ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
Om. Tanush, go ahead. Guru Brahma.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu,
Guru
Gurur Devo, Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Okay. So today we start. Thank you, both of you, Tanush and Bhargav. Today we are going to see, Dhruti is going to tell us about the 4 yogas of Bhagavad Gita. What are the 4 yogas which is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? Over to you, Dhruti. Be loud and be near the mic.
The Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is a sacred Hindu scripture composed of 700 verses. It is a conversation between Lord Krishna and the warrior Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The Gita explores various philosophical concepts, including the 4 yogas. The Bhagavad Gita, the main parts of yogas described are Karma Yoga, the yoga of action, Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion, Dhyana Yoga, the yoga of meditation, also referred as Raja Yoga. Karma Yoga, the yoga of action. The Karma Yoga emphasizes selfless action and performing duties without attachment to the results. It teaches individuals and act with dedication and sincerity and a sense of service. Key principles: perform actions without desire for rewards, renounce selfish motives, and offer the fruits of actions to a higher power. Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Jnana Yoga.
Dhruti, let me now, let it keep it open for children who might not understand it, right? So, Dhruti has said till now, Bhagavad Gita is a discussion or teaching from Krishna to Arjuna, okay? That we understood, we know all that. Now, Karma Yoga, this is very difficult for any kid. She is telling that perform action without any desires or reward. Is it possible for you, children? Is it possible for you to go to exams and do not see any results of that exams?
Yes, sir, we can see. We should see.
Who is that? Dhruti will say.
Sir, we should see our results.
But no rewards from the parents, right? If you get first in the maths, you should not ask for any reward. That's what it says.
Yes, sir.
Good. You will practice that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dhruti is practicing. What about Athar? What about Jia, Madhav? Okay. So it's difficult, but what I suggest is first perform the action. As a student, what is the Karma Yoga for you, children? What is the action you have to perform? As a student, I'm asking. As a child, as a student.
Sir, to study,
Yes.
read or write.
Very good. Jia has also raised the hand. Jia?
Sir, to study, get good marks, but not expect anything from our parents in return.
Okay. Parents anyway will love you. Because of parents only, you are able to go to school. Who is that iPad raised hand? Now, I don't know what is the name. iPad is raised.
Purvik.
Purvik, why did you change your name again? It's difficult for me to...
Sir, it's automatic, sir.
Automatic. Okay, I will change it again. Okay, Purvik, go ahead.
Sir, we should listen to our parents what they tell good things to us.
Okay. and we should not expect any rewards, right? That's what she is trying to tell us. So karma yoga we understood. Let us try to implement also, children. What is happening? If we go on doing the classes, so many classes you already are going to, from morning till evening. Thursday, it's a school day. I am very sure you all went to the school, you had your classes. This class should be a different class. This class is interaction. That's why I want your names, your video to be on. So I should interact with you. Then only I will know whether you're really doing or following this class. That is my intention. Now, after Karma Yoga, let us see what she's telling about Jnana Yoga, and we'll stop for
Jnana
5
Yoga.
minutes.
Sir,
Yes.
Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. Jnana Yoga focuses on acquiring knowledge and understanding the true nature of oneself and the universe. It involves contemplation, self-inquiry, and meditation on profound philosophical concepts. Key principle: discriminate between the internal and the temporary. Understand the illusory nature of the world and seek self realization.
Okay. Dhruti, can you tell what is self-realization? Just try. Just try. Tell the children.
Self realization means we should realize ourselves what we are doing wrong or correct.
Very good. So, no one, your parents should not tell you are doing right or wrong. Okay. For example, if mother says, don't eat too much sugar. Okay. Mother is gone for some work. You will go into the kitchen and eat the sugar. Is it self-realization? Mother said, you are eating too much sugar. Your teeth are getting dirty. It's not getting good. So you, when mother is there, you are not eating sugar. But when mother is gone, you go to the sugar or candy and you eat when mother is not there. Is it self-realization?
No, sir.
Then what is it?
Sir, it is like we are taking it without asking their permission.
Okay. So self-realization is you should not cheat yourself. For children, it is very difficult to understand what is self-realization. First thing is, you can cheat everyone, but not yourself. Okay? Don't cheat yourself. If you're studying, and if you're not studying, you're just keeping the books like this, open. And let me complete. Let me complete. You are keeping the books open and you are not even reading it. And when mother says, are you reading? Yeah, mother, I'm reading. That is not self-realization. That is cheating.
Sir?
Yes, Naren?
Sir, eating, sir.
Okay. So, what is Jnana Yoga for you is understand that knowledge or that consciousness, awareness. You know, sometimes we make mistake and we know we have done the mistake. We are aware. But we will try to justify that I did correct. It happens. With all of us, it happens. So be aware. At least this much knowledge you have, that is Jnana Yoga for you in this age. Okay, are you with me?
Yeah.
Sir, you told us, sir, that example. If mother is asking if you didn't read or not, if we didn't read for the exam, we'll only get cheat for ourselves.
Correct. So that is what is the wrong benefit, or whenever an action is done, there is a reaction to it. If you do good action, you will get good reaction, good marks. So Jnanam here for you children is not realizing that God or something within you. First, you are a student, you are a children. First, realize that awareness within you. Whatever I am doing, am I doing with awareness? Am I reading with awareness? Am I playing with awareness? Play 100% you all will do with awareness. I'm sure. Vishnu is there.
Yeah.
Vishnu
Yeah.
is there. Raghav is there. Raghav will be playing full concentration and watching TV with full concentration. But what about studies? Are we also doing studies with full concentration? That self-realization, no need of asking, no need of parents always scolding us, is self-realization or knowledge for you. Got it, all of you? Tanush?
Another
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Sir, another example, if I may say,
Yes, sir.
children, all of you children go to school and you do everything in the school with a very pure mind. For example, you write exam after very good studies, do your best and don't expect in case if you let us say get 1 or 2 mark less, you should not get upset. You need to come back and work very hard and do your best. That is number one. Second, let us say your friends have got better marks than you. Again, you should not feel jealous about it. You should feel happy about it. That is another idea, right? And third, you need to be very faithful to your teachers also in terms of obeying, in terms of listening properly, in terms of doing your homework properly, without lying, without cheating. You do everything with immense amount of purity. That is another meaning of Jnana Yoga for you. Yeah?
Dhruti has a question. Dhruti, you raised your hand.
Sir, if we will tell, we don't know, but we'll tell, we'll know that. In exam, we'll write nothing, sir, for that.
Correct. So don't cheat yourself. That self is sitting somewhere in your heart, mind, wherever he is sitting, he or she. Okay. He or she is seeing what you do. That is self-realization. Okay. With this, we go to the next one, Dhruti.
Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion. Bhakti Yoga emphasizes devotion and love for a personal deity or a divine. It involves expressing love, surrender, and devotion through prayers, rituals, and chantings. Key principles: cultivate deep love and devotion for the divine. Surrender the ego and seek union with the God through heartfelt devotion.
I think this is very easy, isn't it? Raghav Varshni, can you tell about, did you understand what is Bhakti Yoga? Do you practice it, Raghav Varshni?
Yes.
You just tell to the kids, how do you practice? Because this is important to tell others also.
So, I every day before going to the school, I do 1 or 2 rounds of chanting, and then after coming at the evening, I also do that. And in everything, I try to think in everything that I am doing this for God only.
Very good. That is the best way. In everything you think you are doing for God with devotion. What about Nayana? Can you tell us Bhakti Yoga? Did you understand? Dhruti, you have understood. Keep your hand down. You have understood it. Now we'll ask some other people. Nayana, will you able to explain to the children?
Yes, sir.
Nayana was there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell how you perform Bhakti? What is devotion to God for you?
Say 1 minute.
In that 1 minute, anyone else want to say?
Sir, can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I will do Sandhya Vandanam every day with my devotion, with my bhakti, so that I get concentration.
Yes. So that's why in our Hindu culture, we have so many different gods. Some children like Hanuman, some children like Ganesha, some children will like Lakshmi. So you have all the choices. You have first Ishta Devata, one God where you devote yourself, you always do prayers to him or her. Slowly you will understand that God is in everything and everyone. So you see everything similarly. And your devotion to every being or non-being living will be equal. Nayana, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, for me, the performance of bhakti is my duty in class, sir. Sir, every boy and girl in my class get a chance to become class monitor, sir.
Hmm.
and this time I got the chance for 1 week, for 1 month, sir.
Hmm.
And my duty is that my class doesn't get a bad name because they're just shouting and all, sir. I try my best to like keep the class quiet, sir. I just want to
How
follow my
how does this turn into bhakti?
sir, because when I'm telling anybody, they won't listen to me, sir. But when I ask them very politely, sir, I try seeing the God inside them, and
Oh,
I ask that God very politely saying that can you please stay quiet,
okay, that
What
is
a brilliant answer. What a brilliant answer.
and that God will say yes and sit quietly, sir.
very nice. Good. So this is Nayana's way, but if you can't see like that, children, start with devoting yourself, rituals or practice to one God first. Yeah, Swastik is having something to say. Swastik?
Sir, for me, I feel like bhakti is just something that you do with focus. Like, focus is the form of bhakti. Like, if you have focus in something, it will show that you have bhakti towards it.
But
Like, sir,
that is
like I
coming
am.
next. Your things is coming next. That one more thing she is having to say. What you said,
Yes, sir.
focus, that is there. Can I go to that then? Can we go there?
Yes, sir.
Dhruti, go ahead.
Dhyana Yoga, the yoga of meditation. Dhyana Yoga is the path of meditation and concentration. It involves calming the mind, focusing inward, and experiencing the transcendental state. Key principle: practice meditation regularly, attain a one-pointed mind, and merge with the universal and
Universal
consciousness.
consciousness. Now, can you see the screen, by the way? All of you?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
see the
Yes,
screen?
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, first, let us give chance to Swastik. He was telling about focused mind. So this is what you are understanding, Swastik, by Dhyana Yoga. Okay?
Yes, sir. Like, dhyana yoga is something that you do with utmost focus and concentration.
Correct. So this is what means by Dhyana Yoga. So we saw 4 yogas in Bhagavad Gita. Karma Yoga, do your duties as a student to study without expecting any rewards from anyone. Second is Jnana Yoga. For you, Jnanam or self-awareness is itself Jnanam. As a child, you are aware that I am doing this, I am studying, I am not cheating anyone. When I am studying, I'm not saying lies. This is itself awareness and self-realization. Third, we saw Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti, you all understand. But Nayana gave a very beautiful example. She started seeing even God in those who are shouting. That is very difficult to achieve at this level, but okay, Nayana has understood. You try to see God first in the idols which you have at home. Then start seeing God in the animals, the beautiful world around you. And then you will start seeing God even in the not so beautiful or not so good or not listening people, like she's saying in the class, shouting children also, she sees God. Then lastly, meditation, dhyana yoga. And that's where today we are. You want to continue, right? Integration of the 4 yogas. Go ahead.
The 4 yogas are not mutually exclusive but can be practiced together. Each yoga complements and strengthens the other, leading to holistic spiritual development. By integrating the 4 yogas, individuals can achieve self-realization and union with the divine. The 4 yogas of the Bhagavad Gita provide different paths of individuals to attain spiritual growth and realization. whether through selfless action, knowledge, devotion, or meditation. Each yoga offers a unique, 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 op- unique approach to connect with the divine. The teachings of the Gita encourage seekers to find their own path and strive to self-realization.
Good, very good. I will just request all you kids, I'm giving this small topics. You are doing it well. I know you require help from your parents, but once the parents have helped you, try to practice. Try to practice reading, okay? Because we have very short time and we have to present so many things. I'm requesting all of you, just don't read. That is one thing. You're reading well, but you have to understand also. Once you practice 2 or 3 times, when you speak, it will be very convincing to other kids. Dhruti did well today, but still I feel I'm not a teacher like a school teacher. I am not going to give you marks. All of you are passed 100%, 100 out of 100 in my class, in this class. But if you put this effort, we have 1 week from now, I will give you some topics, and I feel there is some kind of communication gap because you don't have WhatsApp or you are not seeing but I request the parents to please let them practice. And if there is difficulty, if they're not able to do it, let me know that day only. Like today, I will give for next class. Today, next day only, when they see it, they can tell me we can't do, or can we do it next week? I'm okay with that. Got it, all of you? So we'll practice discipline. Next is, we have come to knowing the 4 yogas. And lastly, Dhruti very clearly said Dhyana Yoga. And also it is called Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga because with meditation only you achieve even not internal knowledge, but external knowledge about materialistic things.
Sir, also calm our mind with the meditation also.
Exactly. When you are quiet, meditative, you will be like an elephant and let the dogs bark around. You will be Raja. You will be a king. You don't worry about anything because you are in control. So this is the 6th chapter, meditation, dhyana, yoga. This is not for gaining any powers. It is only the preparative step as you do for when you start keeping a seed to grow, you first cultivate the soil. Same way, for spiritual knowledge to be gained, you cultivate by meditation. You cultivate your mind and thoughts by meditation. That's what is dhyana. We have seen the 8 steps. 8 steps. Can anyone of you just read this? Swastik. Okay, anyone else?
Sir, can I?
Yes, sir, I'll read. So the 8 steps of Antaranga Sadhanani will be number 1, Desha, the place where you are sitting. This must be completely peaceful, free of noise, and it should be clean. Then next, Ekaki. Yeah, who was accompanying you? You should not be accompanied by anyone, and it should also, just like the first step, have a peaceful area which is most of the time considered as a spiritual place as well. Number 3, Kala. Now this is the meditation step and from here begins how you should meditate. Yeah, here you can just wake up at the time of sunrise, or you can do it at any point in time if you want, but the most well advised time is sunrise, as most people are not awake by then and it is a very alone place. Yeah, and you do not need to spend much time eitherwise. Just take 15 minutes out of your time and just sit quietly. Next, Sharira Sthitiya. This describes how you should sit. Yeah, you should sit with your back straight. It should not be bent against anything. not against any wall, not against any cushion, nothing. And yeah, your eyes should be completely closed. Otherwise, yeah, you will constantly be looking around and you will not be able to concentrate. Next, pranaha. What you should think. These go into and go inside your brain. Now, what should you do inside your brain? Yeah, here you should lower your adrenaline and slowly think about good thoughts. The next, indriya. Yeah, your five sense organs should be under your control. You should have their reins, and your eyes should remain half closed. Many people say that you should always keep your eyes fully closed. However, that is not the case, as many people who are in deep meditation sometimes have their eyes half closed, as they cannot see anything. The next, Mano Nigraha. Now here it says that you should leave everything that you are thinking about, and you should concentrate on only one thing. You should concentrate on the Lord itself. You can think of any Lord. You can think about Shiva, Vishnu, Hanuman, anyone. Then Buddhi Nishchaya. Now, in the end, you should not listen to what your brain says. Your brain just wants to keep moving because your brain is a very superactive item. You should keep it under control. So you should just remain in the meditational position, and meditation will help calm down your brain so it can do slow thinking but accurate thinking. And in this way, meditation also helps your brain in a very nice way.
Fantastic. Good. Very good, Swastik. Excellent. You have said so beautifully. I have nothing to add. I think you are doing this regularly, so you know it. Now, only one caution. Whenever you don't do according to this, especially the Indriya Nigraya, like controlling the mind and senses, and you close the eyes, shut down, like, shutting down any place, you will just go to sleep. And sleep is not meditation, children. Sleep is like you are dreaming something else. You cannot have any power.
Sleep is like rest.
Just like relaxing.
Yes, but meditation is alertness. That's why half eyes open is alertness. You know something is going around you, but you're not disturbed. It is a training for your mind that even someone shouts, I will not get disturbed. If someone says, I'm monkey, okay, he's saying it, not to me, someone else. You are getting control yourself, control over your mind. That is meditation. And this 8 steps so nicely Swastik has explained. I think he's practicing this. That's why he's able to explain. He's only in 8th standard, Swastik, isn't it?
Sir, 7th.
7th standard. And see how beautifully he has explained everything. I'm very happy, Swastik. Now, can you be the yogi? Yes, you all can be one of these stars. Only thing lacking is our daily practice. Today's class, we will see how the practice helps. Before that, I just want to revise in last few verses what has happened. When you practice meditation, when you understand you can do meditation well, then what happens? The benefits Krishna has said, Sarva Bhutas Tamatmanam, Sarva Bhutani Chatmani. Means you, one's mind when disciplined, he will see Atma in all beings, as Nayana started seeing, and all beings in Atma. Another, the second verse, Yo Mam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvacham Mai Pashyati. That means I am not lost to him who sees me everywhere. Obviously, when you see God everywhere, how can God get lost? And see everything is in me, means everything is in God. That's why we see our gods are many, but finally they are in one only. We have many people, they say,
They
you
also
are so...
tell that in the cow there is some gods in that.
Yeah, so many gods. Rama madam will tell us accurately what is the exact number.
Yeah, it is believed that 33 crores
Yes,
of gods reside
one.
in the Gomata.
Exactly. And Vishnu also emphasized, he talked about this, that once you get this vision, Vision means like we have a specs. I can't see properly far-sightedness. You wear a specs. Some people can't see near-sightedness. They wear a specs. Some people like us who are old, they can't see both. They have a fixed vision called presbyopia. So we have to have a specs. For you children, have you gone to a movie with 3D or 4D in it? Have you gone to that place? That vision. You have been there, Darshil?
Yes.
So what God is saying, those who meditate on God, they will get such a 3D goggle. It will show God everywhere. Same as you go to a movie theater with 3D goggle. If you don't wear that goggle, oh, it will be all blur. So children, the meditation power will give, meditation on God, only Lord, will give you a vision. Like I can see some children, like Nayana told very clearly, she already feels that God is everywhere. So even the children who are shouting, she just relaxes herself, tells the God within them as a prefect that please don't shout. And sometimes some people listen to her. And finally, the benefit to her is she is happy. She doesn't have any arguments. So children, remember this vision of seeing God is told in the last verse. That is the yogi. Nitila also explained us that after this verse, Arjuna, Krishna is saying that a yogi once starts seeing everywhere God, then he will not have any problem. Because all our sufferings, all our problems are when you start telling he is good, he is bad, I like this food, I don't like this food. Do you do that? When the plate is served, I like only pizza. Why are you giving me dal and roti? Sometimes it happens.
We should eat every type of food because we get all type of nutrients and vitamins.
Dhruti is very good, but Dhruti, everyone is not same, no. That's why we have to tell all of you, Dhruti and Smruti, both are there, right? So, but sometimes it happens, I will have likes and dislikes. And that's why today's topic I have asked for, just a minute, where is our, for likes and dislikes. Oh, just a moment. Pragnya is going to talk us about likes and dislikes, okay? And how does she control her likes and dislikes? Through Bhagavad Gita's teaching. I will go to Pragnya's talk. Okay, Pragnya. Here you go, Pragnya. Pragnya, you're there?
Yes, 1 minute. Namaste everyone. Let's start today's presentation by talking about some common likes and dislikes. All of us here throughout our lives will continue to have desires and dislikes, but today I'll be presenting about the likes and dislikes in a child and in myself and how I deal with it. I hope you all like it. Likes and dislikes are a part of growing up. All of us here are undergoing or have undergone the wants and needs of when we are or were children. As our friends have talked about in the 6th chapter, 16th verse and 17th verse, Krishna has told us about having extreme habits and that even completely ignoring your body without treating it with adequate material desires, one would never be able to attain the state of yoga. So, in today's presentation, I will be talking about how Sri Krishna has taught us all through Bhagavad Gita to balance our likes and dislikes and to follow as a child so that our childishness can change to an understanding quality. So, next slide. So let me talk about my experiences with all of you, as I feel that is the best example of trying to relate with all of you. I have tried to include my view of always offering whatever I have, whatever I've learned or understood to God, just like how our friend Raghav talked about it a few minutes ago. So let me start with my first aspect, friendship. When I was younger, I always expected a lot from my friends. I'm sure everybody here has friends, and like there's always there are always some fights or quarrels that have happened between you guys, misunderstandings and all that. So But when I was younger, I always wanted them to treat me as somebody special and always wanted their attention only on me. But as I've grown up and come to know the world better, I realized that a relationship between two people should be a bond made of love and trust, not complaining or only talking about what you dislike about the relationship or friendship. So since then, I have tried to be much more humble and enjoy and relish the time. I enjoy the time as much as much as possible that I spend with my friends. I've also learned to equally celebrate their achievement and support them. Next, let's talk about food habits. So, as Sachin sir just mentioned, all of us don't like at least something that our mothers or parents make for us, and we would make a fuss about eating it. I don't want to assume, but generally taking an example, let's say you guys don't like bitter gourd or any sabji that your parents make with the bitter gourd, you feel that it's not tasty enough to eat it, and you would rather prefer to eat something more sweet or more flavorful. So I also did not like a few foods, and I still do not today. But I have definitely improved, because when I was younger, I almost hated the food a lot. So instead of appreciating the effort and love that my mother put into making that food and the time, I used to complain to her. So I've come to understand to not do so and decrease my range of disliked foods. I feel that I'm very fortunate to be blessed by Sri Annapurna Devi to be able to have all my three nutritious meals every single day without any hindrance or any problems or having a shortage of food. So that is why it had been taught to us in school also, but till today I always chant the Annapurne Sadapurne shloka before consuming anything. Next slide, sir. Okay, next we'll move on to studies, which is a common topic for all of us here, as we're mostly all students. I'm pretty sure we all don't like every single subject in the school. All of us have different interests. So when I was, I mean, I disliked math and physics a lot because I didn't perform well in one of the few tests that was given to me in school. So from that day onwards, I just continued to assume that I cannot do well in either of the subjects, which caused me to completely lose any passion or interest in that. And just now, as Vishwanath sir stated, I realized that I shouldn't get demotivated or feel jealous that my friends have done better than me, or just lose hope in trying to improve in the subject. I later on learned that I should have an open mind before trying out anything new, and that included studies as well. I'm very grateful that the Paramatma has given me the privilege to study in a prestigious institute where quality education is being provided without me having to worry about anything that may be fees or options or extracurricular activities. I'm very grateful to have all of them. Next, worldly pleasures is the last factor. So we can all relate to badly wanting something that everyone around us has. Suppose recently the new iPhone 14 came out, and many people around us would have gotten it. Of course, maybe not iPhone 14, but we would want at least some kind of phone to ourselves, because it is very common to see it, and the human mind will feel jealous of it because it's a tendency. But a few years ago, I was very insistent on buying anything that I saw. So whatever I saw, if I liked it, I would go demand my parents to buy it for me. But thankfully, my parents disciplined me at a very young age and taught me how to manage money and to not waste it, and how to differentiate between the needs and wants. We have also discussed about the needs and wants in the previous shlokas or the Bhagavad Gita classes. So now I'm much more humble. I'm able to identify what I truly need and not wasting my money. I'm very appreciative of my comfortable living, that my parents work so very hard, and for that and also so that the Bhagavan has written the satisfactory life in my vidhi or fate, and he has granted to me, and that I'm able to live it so peacefully. So next slide. I really hope that you have been able to relate with at least one or two of the examples. Let me also share what I've been doing to control my likes and dislikes. Since I've been coming to the Bhagavad Gita classes, my bhakti in Paramatma has immensely increased. Now I'm much more humble and I'm down to earth, and I try my best to implement what Sri Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita. But before joining these classes, as I matured, I slowly but steadily started to appreciate the life that I was leading and to make improvements constantly in my personality. So, before joining the classes, I'm generally telling you what changes I try to bring about in myself. I started to pray and trust God more as I understood how important the God and our bhakti toward Him is, or them. I learned to listen to what my parents say and apply that into my life to make the best version of myself. And I have been constantly trying to improve myself since then. So I tried my best to explain the topic that Sachin sir had given to me. I hope I've done justice to it. And I wish that you liked my presentation and could relate to it. So Dhanyavadam and Hari Om.
I am speechless. Let Rama Madam tell how beautifully you have presented, Rama Madam or Vishwanath sir. Excellent.
As is excellent and well balanced, in all the respects, like worldly pleasure, school subject, and then personal thing, and everything she has covered. So we have no words to express. In fact, I feel that all our group members from Param Vedanta group should watch this session, especially.
Yeah, it's an eye opener for at least me. The way
Yes.
she has told, she is in, I think, Pragna in 9th, right?
Yes, sir.
See, at 9th, she started, I think, coming to the class 3 years back. She was in 6th or 7th that time. I'm not saying this class has improved on her. Actually, it is just in parallel to her understanding and her growth, her personality. What I want to bring from this exercise from now on, each one of you, if you're practicing Bhagavad Gita in your daily life, this is how you will speak. This is how you will speak with conviction, and your conviction will be spread like, fragrance to everyone in this class. And not only in this class, let me tell you, like Nayana, when she goes as a prefect in her school of whatever 100 students of her batch, it spreads there. Same way, Raghav, when he's talking to his friends and discussing about Advaita Vedanta, it spreads there. Darshil, who is so young, Madhav, so young, Raghav from our Gopalan garden here, very young, but when they play, they understand each other. The discipline which they get, it is infectious, children. This Bhagavad Gita understanding is infectious. And today, Pragna has proved it so well. She has presented herself, and in her way, no one has helped her. So we expect that everyone share their experiences. Next is Aditi Divakar. And
Thank
so I
you,
will.
ma'am and sir. Thank you.
It is excellent. Thank you so much. We should thank you. So we will now move on to our verses today. And from now on, you will see how Arjuna asks questions because he is still confused about the mind. We are all confused. What this mind plays so many actions inside us. It is like a monkey which jumps from here and there. So this, from now on,
Sir, I know how we can control it.
you know how to control. Okay. After this verse, you tell us. Okay.
Yes,
Let us
sir.
finish this verse. Swastik, you can chant with ma'am and then we can chant with you all.
Sure, sir.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Arjuna Uvacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Proktaha Samyena Madhusudana Etasyaham na pashyami Chanchalatvat sthitim sthiram. Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Don't say Arjuna Uvacha, you should split it. Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Yoyam Yogastvaya Proktaha
Yoyam Yogastvaya Proktaha
Samyena Madhusudana
Samyena Madhusudana
Madhu is D Mahaprana, no? You have to stress.
Yes,
Yeah. Samyena Madhusudana.
Samyena Madhusudana.
Don't elongate Samyena. There is no bar on top of I, N-A. You know, it's Haswa, short vowel.
Okay.
Samyena Madhusudana.
Samyena Madhusudana.
Excellent. Etasyaham na pashyami.
Etasyaham na pashyami.
Chanchalatvat sthitim sthiram.
Chanchalatvat sthim silam.
Sthiram.
Thiram.
Yes, very good. Now let us all chant. Arjuna uvacha.
Arjuna uvacha.
Now children, don't say Arjuna uvacha. No, it's Arjuna uvacha.
Arjuna
Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha.
Yoyam
Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha. Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha.
Tvaya proktaha.
Samyena madhusudana.
Samyena Madhusudana.
Swastik, you see, Samyena, don't elongate. Madhusudana.
Okay, ma'am.
Samyena madhusudana.
Samyena Madhusudana.
Very good. Etasyaham
Etasyaham
na pashyami.
na pashyami.
Chanchalatvat
Chanchalatvat
sthitim sthiram.
Thitim Thiram.
Children, is it difficult to pronounce?
Yes, little bit. madam.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, little bit.
Little bit.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, madam. And we will go for the explanation by Swastik.
Yes, sir. So the explanation of this verse goes, Arjuna queried, the system of yoga that you have described, O Madhusudana, appears impractical and unattainable to me due to the restless mind. Now here, what Arjuna wants to say is that he will be fighting a war on this. Yeah, he will be trying to find a way out and how to counter the enemy's attacks. How will he stay alive? How will he protect his people who are fighting alongside him? How will he be able to do this? Yeah, he is correct. So his mind is currently moving and thinking at speeds that will help him to think. How is he supposed to counter attack? How should he read? How are the enemy attacking? What is their plan? Now this is a question that Arjuna asks from Krishna, as he is also confused. How do I stabilize my mind while I am still fighting a war? Special thanks to Sachin sir for giving me this opportunity to explain this verse. Thank you, everyone.
So excellent. And we will listen to the answer by Dhruti. She has some answer how to control the mind. Okay, Dhruti, go ahead.
we have to just do meditation for everything. At
But
least
when
for a day, we have to do 5 or 6 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes. Okay, we'll all see that whether we can do sit in a quiet place.
If they can't do that, they have to at least try to see one place and sit quietly for some minutes.
At least breathing exercise.
Yes, sir.
At least pranayama. So one way is to understand, do meditation to calm your mind. That we are doing in the class. Darshil, do not do. When we're talking about meditation, Darshil is moving everything. Even the recording also he wants to do. Okay. So consider the mind.
I want to be like you.
Consider, Darshil, the mind is like thoughts. And thoughts wanders like a wind wheel. You know, it just goes from here and there. And slowly, if you don't control these thoughts, and what happens to tornado, like a wind, if thoughts are like wind, it can go big, grow so much that it become a tornado. Do you know what is tornado, by the way?
It's a big swirl of wind which sucks everything into it with high, and it's high, and its wind is high speeds.
Exactly. The same is with your mind and the thoughts. If you can't control it, it will take everything within you and outside you and swirl around and be disaster.
The BT.
Exactly.
The rain tornado.
So if you can't control that, what will happen is such a beautiful world around you will turn into a very bad world. Try to control. So the mind is given, and now in the next verses also, the mind will be compared with a wind, a very high blowing wind from here and there, scattered along everywhere, just as our thoughts can get scattered. With this, we come to the next verse, and Bhargav is first time going to present a verse in this class. Let us see how we can chant with Madam, and please tell us. Madam, over to you.
Yeah. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavadrudham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavadrudham drudham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. Okay, let us all chant together. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna
Krishna
pramathi balavadrudham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram.
Thank you, ma'am. And we will go to Bhargav's explanation.
Chanchala, flickering. He, certain. Mana, mind. Krishna, oh Krishna. Pramathi.
Wait a minute. I will just go to the bigger one. Here you can see. You can read well here.
Oh Krishna, Mana. Mana, he. The mind is indeed. Chanchalam, fickle. Pramathi, turbulent. Balavat, powerful. And firm. Aham manye. I consider. Nigraham. It is restraint. To be sudushkara. To be very difficult. Like Ivavayo.
Like
Like
that of wind.
Like that of the wind. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. O Krishna, and to
Subdue it.
subdue it, I think I think is more difficult than controlling the wind.
Correct. So good.
Thank you,
did
everyone.
Good. First time you did good. What we want to do exercise is every time you come up with a verse, you get a verse, you try to understand it and give your example. That would be a very nice way. With that, we understood that. Can you mute, please?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So we understood mind controlling is even more difficult than controlling a very difficult wind. We saw how tornado takes everything in its course and destroys everything. So violent mind and thoughts is even more difficult to control. So the best way to control is do not have a mind which is running here and there. We have seen the example of a dog taking away the master. That type of mind we don't want. We want a dog who will take care of the master. He will listen to them. Trained dog, a trained mind. We come to Utsav. That is our last verse today. Utsav, आप chant करोगे मैडम के साथ, and then we will listen to this.
So can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear you, but let madam teach you the verse.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Manodurnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Grushyate. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Asamshayam Mahabaho
Ashamsayam Mahavaho
Mahabaho
Mahavaho
Manodurnigraham Chalam
Manodurnigraham Chalam.
Very good. Abhyasena tu Kaunteya
Avyasena tu Kaunteya.
See, it is Abhya is Mahaprana, BHYA or in Sanskritam. Abhya, whatever is in the red letter is Mahaprana, you have to stress, okay? Abhyasena tu Kaunteya.
Avyasena tu Kaunteya.
It is not Sena. Abhyasena tu Kaunteya.
Avyasena tu Kaunteya.
Vairagyena cha grushyate.
Vairagyena cha gruhate.
Grushyate.
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 No, see in the spelling English, G-H-Y-A, Grushya.
Grushyate.
No, there is no yes there. It's only Grushya. Bhashya, Grushya. Okay.
Grushyate.
No. Okay, let us all chant.
Yes.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Asamshayam Mahabaho
Asamshayam Mahabaho
Manodurnigraham Chalam
Manodurnigraham Chalam
Abhyasena tu
Abhyasena tu Kaunteya
वैराग्येण च गृह्यते
वैरागेण च गृह्यते.
Very nice.
Excellent. Children, don't go away. Let Utsav explain this and then we will end the class. Utsav, go
In
ahead.
this word, in this word, Lord Krishna is in
Yes.
these words, Lord Krishna is saying to Kuntiputta Arjuna that mind is full of unwanted thing and desire, which will distract you from many things. To control your mind, you have to do lot of practice because anything cannot control mind. It can only control under a lot of practice and vairagya. If you understand this meaning, you can own over any problem in life. Thank you, Sir Hari Om.
Excellent, Utsav. And we will see in the next class how to control the mind. Before that, we end the class by chanting our prayers. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.